Good morning, everyone. It's January 20th, 2015. It's Tuesday morning, or Tuesday whenever you're watching it. Well, I want to encourage you as we are becoming visionaries, as we're seeing, the very first part that I want to talk to you about is the process of a vision. The word process is defined as this: a series of continuous actions that lead us into a particular result. A series of actions that lead us to a particular result. See, we sometimes see the process as a dream, but the testing of those dreams or vision results in a vision when it has been tested in the spirit and does not leave your spirit and calls you to action. There's no instant dreams unless you ate spicy food the night before. And that's not a dream. It is a nightmare. So God will lift you up out of your dream and set you down in the center of His fulfillment. Michael Dell Computers. You ever heard his story? His story is amazing, and I'm going to share it with you in a minute, but just looking into his story about Dell Computers and what it looked like. We see many great stories about visionaries. Apple Computers is another one. But when you begin to hear these gentlemen's story, it starts with a process. It's an idea and begins to go bigger. In 1983, a young man named Michael Dell graduated from high school. He had a passion for computers, which take them apart and rebuild them. He discovered that he could build them for 1/4 of the price, even adding more memory, bigger monitors, and faster modems. He would be able to sell them cheaper with a handsome profit. His dream was to build and sell computers. That fall, under a lot of pressure from his parents, he enrolled in UT. After his freshman year, and dropped out of school and started Dell Computer Company with $1,000. 3 years later, the company did a private placement offering stock to a small group of investors. At that time, Michael Dell was 22 years old, and Dell Computers had $150 million in annual sales. Today, Dell Computers is a $57 billion company with the leading market share in the U.S. He said, "I followed my dream. I learned by doing and by making mistakes. I use smart people to help." See, the children of Israel dream of living in the promised land. But the only way to get there was through the wilderness. You see, you will not be able to trust God for the fruition of your dream until you see the faithfulness in the process. Do not despise the process, for that is where we learn to trust God. We discover His power in the Red Sea situations. When we are led by Him, there is no signposts. When we get up in the morning with our eyes on our destiny and steadily moving forward. When we refuse to become like children of Israel who murmured and complained in the wilderness. When you think about the Israelites who murmured and complained, it has been studied that if they would have just followed the direction of the Lord, they would have been out of the wilderness quicker and into the promised land. But see, sometimes in life, our vision, our process, we get to whining and we get to complaining and we're never really coming to the point of what God is calling us to do. And hence, we slow down the process in our own life of what God is truly going to do. Maybe you're at that right now. You're saying, "God, I know that you've called me. I know that you have led me into something bigger than even myself." But you're whining about it. "Oh, I can't do that. I don't have that gifting. I don't have the money for that." And I'm not telling you go in debt for it, but I'm telling you to begin to plan for what God has called you to do. I remember when I went to Bible college. It was great. God provided some scholarships for me. I didn't even register for the school I went to until after, and I was actually going to another college, and all of a sudden I get this invitation to come to that college in my mailbox. Didn't think about it, didn't even thought about it, didn't even think of the school, way out there in the West. And God provided. I signed out 2 weeks, I was accepted to the school. I got a scholarship, and not a full scholarship, but it was a great blessing. So God has a plan and a purpose for you as long as we follow His plan, work in His power. Let me pray for you today. Lord, I thank you so much, and I pray that you bless every single person. Encourage their hearts, Lord, I pray in your name. Amen. God bless you. Have a great, great day.